Myth 5. You are your job. What do you do? I face this question a lot. Networking events, friends, family. Then there's immigration officials. It would be easier to answer this question if I was a software engineer or a teacher. Everybody knows what a software engineer or a teacher does. Just fill software engineer in the box, stamp your Visa card, and be on your way. That's another story you tell yourself, your job. If you keep telling people you're a software engineer, what happens when you lose your job? You lose your identity too. That's like a social death. It's so scary. We'll do everything possible not to make it happen. So we'll work crazy hours, suck up to the boss and go with the flow because I am a software engineer. Mine, however, is a long story. But then that's the price you pay when you choose to do different. You could live a much more interesting life, but you have to face the furrowed brows when you answer the question, what exactly do you do? I have trouble explaining this to my dear mother sometimes. Immigration officials, well, that's another league of suspicion altogether. They don't like my approach. I tried it once at the US-Canadian border. The official looked at me like I was on drugs because he wanted a one-word answer rather than a story. So, you travel a lot, visit companies, invest in these companies, eh? Like a manager. Look, it makes my and your life easier if I just write manager in the box here. I nodded. Sometimes you have to know when to just smile and tell people what they want to hear. Manager? But I don't report to anyone. I don't manage anything or anybody. I outsource all my management to dedicated managers, but nobody turns up at my desk every morning and asks, "What would you like me to do today?" Honestly, what do I do? Well, I travel, explore, and write. I'm an adventurer at heart, that is what I do. But can you write adventurer on the immigration card? What about a business card? Sounds a bit cranky. Manager is a lot safer. I make my money in real estate, so I could also be a real estate investor. I invest elsewhere too, including precious metals and other businesses. I write books, I run a radio show, 2 radio shows in fact, and a venture business for mobile entrepreneurs. I swim, bike and run a lot. I completed an Ironman once. But I'm not a manager. That's not my real story, easy as it is. I don't have a normal life or a normal job with a normal title. I don't commute to a normal office, take a normal salary, or write email memos copied into 20 normal people. Life is easier when you fit in the box, but is easier ever better? Next time someone asks, "What do you do?" play with them a little. Throw them a curveball. Rather than nodding their heads, get them to say, "Seriously?" That's a great conversation starter. If they get it, they'll want to know more, ask questions. You'll soon learn who you should invest your energies in and who is a waste of your time. The time wasters are the ones who scratch their heads with suspicion. You don't fit into their box. Life's absurd. It's a game. Play it by your own rules.